Coach Michael Brown here.
What up?
We're going to bring you Thursday's workout of the day. We're going to take you through a warm-up and guide you through some modifications that you might want to consider for your at-home version. And then we're going to release you guys to do that workout. So I'm going to get Mike started with our rolling V-sit. So for this, he's just going to roll back into a tuck and open into a straddle, going from his right leg to center to left leg reaches. We're opening up the hamstrings, the low back, and just getting things loose and moving. One of my favorite starters. And he can start to take those legs back further behind him as he opens up. Eric actually picked this up when he went to Chris Spieler's gym back in 2010, I believe. Awesome. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get a quad stretch, single leg. So Mike's just gonna pull his left heel back behind his glute and then just kind of lean back into this. We're gonna open up those quads a little bit, kind of give you a little release work from what we've been up to the last couple of days, as well as prep the legs and low back for our workout today. Go ahead and switch sides if you are following along. So in today's workout, we have a wall ball, or we'll be thrustering something if we don't have a wall ball or a wall high enough to shoot to. So we'll give you guys some good options for that. We're gonna be jumping rope today. We're gonna be lunging, and we've got a core movement as well. We're gonna go back into those rolling V-sits. Just following along with Mike here. It's a good day to involve the kids on mostly kind of a body weight workout. Just a little bit of loading with our wall ball or thruster movement today. Get a couple more reps here. And then we're gonna take you guys through Samson's stretch, a CrossFit classic. So up on our feet, Mike's gonna reach out with his right leg first and then open the upper body to get a nice full stretch here. Just taking a couple of breaths in each hold. This was part of the original CrossFit warm-up back in the day. Bringing back the Samson stretch here, so we're working in place.
Throwback Thursday, huh?
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we're gonna work for a couple more reps. And then we're gonna grab either a dumbbell, kettlebell, or a plate, whatever you've got to work with at home. We keep talking about if you have a laundry jug, as it can be used as well. We're gonna start with some single dumbbell crossbody deadlifts. So we did these a week or two ago for the first time and really got a lot out of these. We're gonna keep the hips pretty high, engaging the hammies. Awesome, so Mike's gonna perform. Let's go with 5 per side here, the first round. Strong. I can turn and show you guys. So just reaching across the body, touching the other side.
Turn a little toward me. Turn a little toward me.
There you go. And then after this rep, we're gonna switch hands again and try some. We're gonna get some hang snatches. So we did these on Tuesday. You're gonna pull from between the legs, push your hips back, jump and catch. Just a simple jump and throw, okay? So we're gonna get 5 per side here. Mike's catching in that power position. Just working on a little explosiveness. Starting to build some heat here. Last rep here, and he'll switch sides. Good job. So we're gonna get some shoulder work. Got the jump rope coming and the pressing for that wall ball. Nice. And then we're going to be switching sides on the next rep, going into just our strict press, okay? Just engaging, warming up. He's gonna make sure he has a nice line at the top, stacked position with the wrist over the shoulder, over the hip, over the heel, driving up, pushing that head through and switching sides. We're gonna go through this one more time. 3, good job, breathing at the top, and 5, good. And then we're gonna go back into our cross-body deadlift. So reaching across, getting a little side body work here. Good job. And And switching. Hopefully you guys all got the memo. We are going to be live Zoom at 6:30, 9:30, 11:30, and 4 o'clock on Friday. We're looking for you guys to register for that class time and join us there. We're going into our snatches now. 5 per side. Good work, good work. You can catch a little lower if you want to start to warm up the squat a little bit more. We're passing through a squat today for either a thruster or a wall ball. Nice. Very good. And last couple reps. There you go. All right, you can place your, oh, sorry, you're right. Strict press for 5 each side. Awesome work. We're just engaging the upper body here. Getting the arms warmed up. Good. He's making sure that he's bracing his core. We didn't get into that before, but keeping that rib cage down, very importantly here. All right, great work. 2 rounds of that. And now we're going to get into 2 rounds using our jump rope. The jump rope is in part of today's workout. If you do not have one at home, we have some other options for you, just like we always do. One of those is just to get some plate hops. If you have a plate that you're working with, you can do this style, you can do this style, or you can do this style. Those are a couple variations, and you can perform those in the workout or in the warm-up anytime you want. And we're also going to get into some penguin taps and show you a couple of those options as well. So for the penguin tap, you're just going to jump and tap. And so trying to tap at the top of your jump, and that'll help you with timing. So good job there. When we're jumping rope, we're going to get into a couple of the points of performance here, because there are quite a few double unders in the workout today. So Michael's performing a single under, and notice his elbows are staying back and in close. We don't want to get out wide with that elbow. He's also keeping things in the wrist, and his wrists are nice and loose as though he's just shaking off water. So also neutral gaze, nice, and he's going into his double unders where the rope passes under twice. So pretty much everything stayed the same. This is a lot of core, a bit of shoulder burn here. Good job, Mike. So if you're working on those double unders, we can practice a single, double, or you can do double under attempts, penguin taps. You can do the plate taps, whatever works for you today. But for now, we're just going to start with about 30 seconds of singles.
Trip.
So we're going to start with just some singles for you guys for 30 seconds. Get out of his way. And just trying to incorporate those things. Trying to stay in one place when you jump, keeping a gaze right in the neutral gaze. Staying relaxed is really important. And go 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming off of that, we're going to go ahead and go into an air squat. So Mike's going to screw his feet into the ground, slightly wide at his hips. He's going to draw up into the bottom with control. He's pushing hips back first. And he's keeping those arms up as he goes down to help keep his chest up, okay? So heels stay glued down to the ground, chest stays up. We get 2 more here. Awesome. These are going to come into play with our wall ball or thruster. And we're going to go down on the floor and grab a few sit-ups. So we're going to let's go for 5 sit-up reps. If we're doing just a classic kind of traditional sit-up here, we want you to touch your toes out in front and touch your hands behind you. So hands will touch the behind you and the toes. He's keeping his shoulders nice and open. Good work. We're going to add a little spice to your sit-up today.
Spicy.
But we'll talk about that on the next round. All right, and then we're going to add, get our lunges. So Mike is performing, this would be the beginner, the best lunge if you're a little bit newer. Most importantly, when he steps back, he's able to control the fact that we were trying to keep this knee over the ankle. So stepping forward lunges, it can get a little bit hairier, trying to make sure that we're doing that. And often we'll see the knee go too far past the toes. So we want to avoid that. We want to keep that heel down. But getting a variation on your lunges today would be awesome. You guys can do some reverse lunges for some of the reps. You can do a walking lunge where you're moving forward throughout the reps. Depending on your spatial situation or if you're working out outside. Let's go ahead and jump rope again for our next set. This time we're gonna get double unders if we have the double under. Michael's probably gonna do triple unders. So working on a single, double. One of my biggest tips with the jump rope is when you trip up, because everyone does trip up on the jump rope, try to avoid having a meltdown.
Yeah.
It does not help.
No.
So just that mental game, you guys. Like if you're working on double unders really hard and you get super frustrated, when you trip in the middle of a workout, taking time and negative energy to get mad at your jump rope and shake your head and look around is not helpful. So let's really focus on if not when.
Yeah.
When, not if you trip. When you trip, make sure that you just get right back in. Don't waste any time fretting over it, okay? Let's get back into our sit-ups. This time we're gonna add a plate. We call these an atomic sit-up. So Mike's just gonna tap the plate overhead, and he can do a couple reps without standing up. So this is one option, just to do a plated sit-up. Love it. Gonna give you a little more shoulder work here, overhead work. And then the next progression will be to try to come up out of it. So he would come to standing. And so come stand all the way tall. We're gonna add these in today and get that core burning up a little bit better. Yeah. So try those. Your kids might be better at them than you. So we were made to do these things. We just use it or lose it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we got our atomic sit-up. Mike's gonna go ahead and use the plate for his next set of lunges, just to kind of overload on the lunges today. Challenge the position a little more when we add the weight. And we're doing body weight lunges today, but we just wanted to incorporate these into our warm-up. We like to do that to mix it up and also, again, to challenge that position, okay? All right, so, oh yeah, and you can always make it even spicier. There's so many ways to spice things up at home. You can take your child overhead and lunge them, or your dog. All right, guys, so next up, we're gonna get into this workout. I think Mike did a variation of this a couple days ago that I've been hearing about. It sounds pretty like a good burner, good grinder. So, is it in here on the workout?
One sec.
This is a chipper. We have a list of movements. We are working through 4 movements throughout the chipper. So we're going to kind of dig into what each what modifications you can make for each one in just a moment. We've already kind of covered what you might want to do for jump rope if you don't have a jump rope or you are afraid you'll spend your entire workout just getting tangled in it. The next movement will be our wall ball or thrustering something. We'll go over that in just a moment. So we're going to open up the workout with 50 of those. I would recommend breaking those up into pretty good sized chunks. It should be something relatively light that you could do a set of 15 to 20 of. And so just planning that out, and whenever you set your weight down to take those breaks, Mike taught me just to take a couple breaths. You don't need to necessarily look at the clock, or we definitely don't want to step away from everything and think about, question life at the moment. We just want to take a couple breaths, stay composed, stay at your equipment, and then dig back in. That's the kind of thing Corinne's going to talked about last night. Next, we'll get those atomic sit-ups. So we're looking for 25 here. The reps are half of whatever this round is. If you're not going to stand up out of the atomic sit-up, you could probably take it up to the 50 if you want to do regular sit-ups, okay? And then you're just looking at a body weight lunge of 50 reps. Next round, round 2, we're going to start from the top with our jump rope and more wall balls, but this time we're just doing 40. You got your sit-ups, your lunges, 40 and 20 of these movements. And then third round, less reps on those other movements, but again, you have 100 double unders, okay? So you're basically looking at 3 rounds. The reps do go down on the wall balls, the sit-ups, and the lunges, so that's helpful to push through this and get through it strong. So I would recommend kind of breaking the movements down a little bit further into those chunks because you're gonna get fatigued. So you still probably wanna do maybe 3 sets on the wall balls, even in the 40, even probably in the 30 by then. You might just wanna go with 10s, something like that. So let's talk about the wall ball. That's the main thing that we're going to be needing to modify, imagine, at home. And so we encourage everyone, well, first of all, we'll break down the wall ball movement. If you happen to have this, I think we have about 30 missing. So you guys have plenty of these at home. The main ways that we modify the wall ball are, the main ways that we adjust for intensity are height and weight of the med ball. So Mike's got a 20-pound wall ball today, and the points of performance we're looking for are that he passes through a squat, and then he comes out and hits a target, okay? So wherever that target is, we're looking for him to hit that target, passing through a full range of motion squat. He's keeping the med ball, I'm gonna have him turn sideways for you. He's keeping that med ball up above his chest. So what we really wanna avoid is letting it fall, collapsing forward in any way. We wanna pick a weight that we can perform smooth reps on. You're gonna hear us always telling you smooth is fast, but all of the things that go with your air squat apply really here. And as far as adjusting, if you brought home a wall ball that's heavier than you can perform 120 wall balls with today, then you can just shorten the height or the distance that you're throwing it. So just going a little bit lower for your height. If you brought home a 6-pound wall ball and you're used to a 20, hey, go for a 12-foot target. That will be a new challenge. You'll be amazed at just an adjustment like that, but it's a lot of fun. We're gonna get a lot of new challenges doing stuff like that today. Good job on all those wall balls. And we're gonna also demonstrate what a thruster would look like if you don't have a wall that you want to throw a med ball at. So he can also just take that, press it out overhead, making sure he gets his head through the window nice and strong. Looks great. Those thrusters could be performed with really any of the equipment that you took home. We'll have Mike demonstrate maybe a kettlebell one. I'm sorry, a dumbbell one. The kettlebells we have left are 70s. I know you could do it though. You want me to go get Eric to go get this?
Sure, that sounds good.
Have you done 70-pound kettlebell thrusters?
I'm sure it's something.
So if you've got a kettlebell, you can make it a single arm thruster. You might even be able to hold on to it. But these are some other options that you have. And then
So this whole workout could be done with penguin taps in the backpack too, right?
Absolutely, yes sir. And then we're gonna demonstrate with the plate how the thruster would look. You guys can get same things. You're gonna keep maintaining. Good, so we really just wanna push that head through the window at the top, whatever equipment that we're using. And as Eric pointed out, if you didn't check out any equipment, you could penguin tap, regular sit-ups, and you could thruster a backpack. You could throw some books into your kid's school bag or maybe a hiking pack that you have, and you can work on this movement, okay?
Make sure the straps are the other way around. Slap yourself in the face. That's
Awesome. So I'm gonna have Mike take us through just a mini round of this, and then we'll talk about our finisher, okay?
Woo.
So, you ready?
ready.
All right, we're gonna have Mike do 20 jump rope, 10 wall balls, 5 sit-ups, and 10 lunges to give you an idea of how this will go for your first round. Of course, he won't need to break things up, but we do recommend breaking things up. But we're just gonna get him to give us, all right, going in, 3, 2, 1, work. He hasn't moved from that spot. Back in the day, a lot of us used to move around a lot.
Moving. What am I doing here, 50?
You're gonna get
10.
10 wall balls. So nice full range of motion squat. Each rep should look the same. Go ahead and break early if you're starting to break down. Set a 10, and then he's gonna go into 5 atomic sit-ups for us. I'll just maybe make sure we're in the frame, I'm not sure.
Here we go.
All right, he's gonna get 5 atomic sit-ups. So starting from the top, he's gonna take it down behind him. And come out, standing up tall, good. These are a new challenge today. I can't remember the last time we did them at the gym.
It's been a while.
Yeah. And like I said, your kids will probably be able to perform them easier than you can. Here you go. And lunging, or sorry. Is that 5?
No reps, G.
5.
No reps. Shaving, excuse me.
And then you get to lunge. It's body weight. Unless you want to spice it up, and you always have that option. So he's alternating legs, and every rep counts there. All right, a 6 in. Good job. 9 and 10. All right.
Woo!
Good job, Mike. So that just gives him.
Oh wait, social
I know.
distancing.
It gives him, gives you an idea of how the movements should look if you performed it with similar apparatus. And we've given you a lot of options to work with. You can always shoot us a note if you have any questions about how to perform this workout. I do want to let you know there is a finisher today.
Woo!
So once you've completed this, it's about a 25-minute cap today, guys. So try to choose movements that you can complete it within that cap. That means on jumping rope, we want you on there for no more than about 90 seconds to 2 minutes per round. And for the other movements, choosing something that you can get through, kind of moving consistently through. None of these should have you standing around holding off for too long. So for our finisher, we're going to get 100 quad taps and 100 elbow dumbbell or kettlebell plank taps. So Mike's going to demonstrate the quad taps first. He's starting out in a tabletop position and then lifting the knees just an inch or two off the ground. And then he's touching the opposite hand to his heel. So he takes his right hand towards his left heel, brings his left heel forward, and then switches. So he can maybe do 20 here, and then we're going to put our dumbbell, kettlebell, or just whatever you've got available. It doesn't even have to be a piece of this kind of equipment. And we're going to go off of the elbows today, reaching out to get those plank taps. So we're getting a lot of strengthening going in here, stabilization work, core. So this is going to hit a lot of stuff. We're all going to get so core strong at the end of this all. Good job.
Still beach season.
Yes. So we have 200 reps as your finisher at the end. You can do them in any order that you would like. And we look forward to seeing your scores at the end of the afternoon and any pictures that you post from your gym world at home. Thanks you all. Thanks, Mike.
Peace.
See ya.